It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Leonard. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Love from the gun. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now for the point after.
Extra point.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Bengals nothing. Tyler
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
At the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Colts first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw now, here's Love. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play fake. Here's Love. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. Bengals. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Third down.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that second down completion actually went back a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
To 7.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On first down, Mixon. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
The 35-yard line.
Let's bring it.
Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Burrow's pass.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Coming to you.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brought down at the 20.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mike 58 right there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Gay's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they give this time to the tailback. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Right back to him on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40.
It's a gain of
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Working out of the gun. Love. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Running room down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Love. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Love. He's going to air one out. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The running back.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Colts 14, Bengals 10. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
It's now third down.
Burrow on third down. And Tate's got it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Bass now to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the run, it's Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Watch the screen. Mike 51.
Burrow will throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Love. Going long here for Wallace. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Love now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Third and long for Love. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jarnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And the lead will grow by 1 more.
makes the score Colts 21, Bengals 13. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's good.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Evans with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Burrow going to throw again. Flush to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Bengals 19.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Love from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now a handoff here to his running back. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Colts 28, Bengals 19. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mixon on the toss right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again, it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run with Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Reader brought him down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
On 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate.
And that'll make it third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Gay on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 32-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 42-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Colts 35, Bengals 22. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
31-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one winds up in Indianapolis.